Climate change is one of the most hotly debated topics in our modern world. Current events in recent history can prove that climate change is causing a massive shift in the way our global systems interact with one another, oftentimes spelling massive destruction. The 2017 flooding of Nigeria, project done by Jennings Ridout, Thomas May, and Tyler Lamar. 1.5 million. That is the amount of people that were affected by the flooding. Out of that, hundreds of thousands were displaced from their homes and 200 were killed. In addition to the impact on the people of Nigeria, the flooding also took its toll in the form of deforestation. The wood industry is one of the largest and most substantial in Nigeria, which was severely taken off tracks by the floods. When you add together the death and economic impact of these floods, this event truly was traumatizing to the country of Nigeria. So you've heard about the impact of the flooding. Still, you might be wondering, how did this massive flooding happen? Heavy rains and thunderstorms were the main causes of this massive flood. According to the rainfall patterns from 1978 to 2007 in Nigeria, the rainstorms are progressively getting more intense. The high-volume days of rain have been replaced by fewer days with extremely high-intensity rainstorms. People were impacted directly by the flooding in 32 out of the 36 Nigerian states. Ultimately, these rainstorms have caused an increase in flash floods. Another possible cause of the flooding is the rising sea level, but that is not as large of an issue in Nigeria. Lastly, a final cause was excess water from the Lagdo Dam, which ultimately worsened the impact of the floods. The people of Nigeria were simply not prepared to combat these floods. The state of Benue, in central Nigeria especially. The Benue River rose rapidly during a span of 2 to 3 weeks, as central Nigeria was wrecked by extremely heavy rains. The Nigerian president, Muhammadu Buhari, was also slow to send aid. Aid convoy by road was cut off to remote refugee camps where more than 43,000 people were located. There were about 800 metric tons of food, health, and nutrition products that were delayed from being delivered. The Nigerian government has since reached out to neighboring countries such as Cameroon to explore new and more effective logistics options in the case of future floods. Are there still impacts from the floods more than 2 years later? Yes. Hundreds of houses and many crop fields were damaged. Since then, the Nigerian Red Cross and the National Emergency Management Agency have provided ongoing aid and assistance in order to get people back into safe residences. The Benue River and the Lagdo Dam have also been worked on to attempt to make living conditions safer in the event of a succeeding flood. The dam has been relatively ineffective and may have to be rebuilt. Flooding remains a recurring phenomenon in Nigeria and Cameroon. Factors such as climate change and rapid urban growth are contributing to more extreme storm damage almost every year. Pluvial flooding is very common in Nigeria's cities because of the poor drainage systems that cannot keep up with the flash floods or constant rainfall. One of the most at-risk regions in Nigeria is Lagos, on the coast, as well as the Niger Delta region, due to its large amount of low-lying towns. It is expected that flooding will continue to be a yearly crisis in Nigeria until serious infrastructure steps are taken.